$190 billion. That's more money than the GDP of some countries. Yet the man behind it all wears plain t-shirts, simple polos, and basic jeans. No flashy designer logos. No diamond chains. No gold watches in sight. So why does Jeff Bezos, one of the richest men alive, dress like a regular suburban dad? The answer isn't about fashion. It's about power. When people imagine billionaires, they picture private islands, custom suits, and luxury dripping from every detail. And yes, Bezos owns a $500 million yacht. Yes, he flies private. Yes, he owns multiple multi-million-dollar properties. But when he steps into public view, he looks controlled, minimal, almost ordinary. And that's not random. That's strategy. There's a psychological concept called decision fatigue. The more decisions you make in a day, the worse your decisions become. High performers eliminate unnecessary choices so they can focus on what actually matters. That's why Mark Zuckerberg wears nearly identical gray shirts. It's why Steve Jobs became iconic for his black turtleneck. Clothing becomes automated. Because when you're running a company like Amazon, you don't waste mental energy deciding what to wear. You preserve it for negotiations, strategy, and billion-dollar decisions. Simple clothes reduce friction. Less friction means more focus. And focus at that level is currency. But it goes deeper than productivity. There are two types of wealth. The kind that needs to be seen, and the kind that doesn't. New money often signals status loudly. Designer logos, luxury brands, obvious displays of success. But old power? It moves quietly. Bezos doesn't need clothing to prove he's powerful. His name already does that. His businesses speak louder than any logo ever could, from Amazon to space ventures like Blue Origin. When he walks into a room, people already know who he is. The power is assumed. And assumed power is stronger than displayed power. There's also image control. If Bezos dressed like a stereotypical cartoon billionaire, flashy, extravagant, dripping in excess, public perception would shift instantly. He would feel more distant, less relatable, possibly even more controversial. But Amazon serves everyday people. Trust matters. Appearing grounded softens extreme wealth. It makes power feel less threatening. Looking normal is not an accident. It's branding psychology. And then there's attention control. Luxury attracts eyes. But attention can be dangerous. The more you flaunt, the more scrutiny you invite. At extreme levels of wealth, unnecessary spotlight becomes risk. Simple clothing redirects focus away from surface details and toward influence, toward business, toward results. It subtly communicates, I don't need approval, and that message is powerful. Interestingly, over the years, Bezos' style has evolved. More tailored fits, more confident presentation, designer sunglasses, a sharper image, because he's no longer just a CEO behind a desk. He's a global figure in tech, media, and space exploration. But even with the upgrade, the principle remains. Clean, controlled, intentional. No screaming logos. No desperate flexing. The real flex isn't expensive clothes. It's freedom. Freedom to wear something simple when you could afford anything in the world. Freedom to not care what strangers think. Freedom from the need to signal status. When you reach a certain level, validation becomes irrelevant. Money talks. Wealth whispers. Power doesn't explain itself. So why does Jeff Bezos wear cheap clothes? Because when you control empires, you don't need to impress the room. The clothes are simple. The strategy is not.